Wow, they are so perfect. Oh my word, oh my word, oh my word. Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my kitchen. If you are new here, my name is Leendo and this is Leendo's kitchen. So today besties, we'll be baking ginger cookies. They are so delicious. If you want your house smelling all sorts of deliciousness, then you definitely need to try this recipe out. So also for the newbies here, please do remember to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so that you do not miss any future uploads. So man, just look at that. So I'm gonna take you guys through the ingredients and then just show you all the ingredients that we need, and then after that we're gonna start mixing, right? So we'll mix the dry ingredients separately, and then we'll also mix the wet ingredients separately, and then we're going to combine them together. So we'll just pour the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients and then gently mix. But you know what, just stay tuned to the video and I'll show you every single step. Enjoy.
Ooh, when I'm feeling so hungry, I go watch my favorite girl. When she's cooking and baking, I love that delicious dessert. Man, I love that Leendo's kitchen. Leendo's kitchen, I love you, Leendo. Yeah. Cook for me, my Leendo. Man, I love that Leendo's kitchen. Leendo's kitchen, I love you, Leendo. Yeah. Cook for me, my Leendo.
Okay besties, so I'm gonna take you guys through the ingredients for our ginger biscuits. So first and foremost, you need 2 cups of flour. So I'm using cake wheat flour, and then I also have here 1 cup of brown sugar, and then there's 1 egg, and then I have half a cup of margarine. You can also use butter, and then it should be at room temperature. It should be soft but not like melted, ne? And then we also have here half a cup of golden syrup, and then I've got 3 spices. So first and foremost, we obviously need ginger because we're making ginger biscuits. So I've got 2 teaspoons of ground ginger, and then we also have 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, and then lastly we also have half a teaspoon of cloves. So the cloves, it should be the powdered form, the ground cloves. And then I also have about half a cup of white sugar. So I'll be using this separately. It's not gonna mix with the ingredients, but I'll show you guys. And then you also need 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, as well as 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence, and then lastly you need half a teaspoon of salt. So basically those are the ingredients that I will be using for our ginger biscuits. And then we first going to mix the dry ingredients. So basically that'll be our flour and the spices, as well as the salt and bicarbonate. And then separately in a different bowl, we're going to mix our butter, basically the wet ingredients, our butter or margarine, as well as our golden syrup and our eggs, ne? And then once we are done, we'll pour our dry mixture into the wet mixture. So but don't worry, I'll take you guys through every single step. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay besties, so right now I'm gonna be mixing the dry ingredients. So I have here the flour, as well as the 3 spices and my bicarbonate of soda, as well as salt. Oops. As well as salt. Okay, so I'm firstly adding my ginger into the flour, and then I'm adding my cinnamon spice. Remember, it's 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder and 2 teaspoons of ginger. And then lastly I'm adding half a teaspoon of cloves. Okay, now I'm also going to add my 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, as well as half a teaspoon of salt. Okay, and then I'm just gonna mix everything together using a whisk. Just make sure that everything is properly and thoroughly mixed together. Okay, so while you are mixing, you also need to have your oven switched on. So we're going to be baking these ginger biscuits at 175 degrees Celsius. So let me also just switch my oven on. Alright, so my oven is on at 175 degrees Celsius. So also my dry ingredients are now properly mixed. So right now I'm going to move on to the wet ingredients. I also need to whisk them together, so I'm gonna take you guys through that again as well. Okay besties, so right now I'm going to mix my margarine. Remember, it's nice and soft, and then I'm gonna be mixing it with brown sugar. Okay, so just make sure that you get a bigger bowl than the one you are mixing your flour in. Alright, so I'm just adding my sugar. So I'll add it bit by bit. So right now the margarine and the sugar have mixed properly. So now I'm going to add the syrup as well as the egg and also the vanilla essence. So I'm starting by adding the egg. And then I'm just gonna whisk the egg in the sugar and margarine. It must be very light and like fluffy. So you must mix. Okay, now I'm adding our syrup, our golden syrup. Ooh, just look at that. It should be nice and creamy like this. Now we're also going to add our vanilla essence. Okay, so it's 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. It smells so good. Yo, wow, it smells delicious, guys. Really. So right now we're going to add our dry ingredients into our wet mixture. So remember, it's the flour as well as the spices and bicarbonate. So please, when you add it, just add bit by bit. Don't just pour all of it at once, ne? Okay, I'm going to stop using the spatula so that we do not over mix. So I'm just gonna stop using the spatula. So I'll just use the spoon, or you can use, not spatula, the whisk, or you can use an actual spatula. Okay besties, so we are done. This is how our dough looks like. So right now what we're gonna do is please just make sure that you have your pan greased with, whether you're using a spray or margarine. Just ensure that your pan is greased. And then right now we're going to be rolling the dough into small balls, and then we're going to dip it in the white sugar, and then we transfer it onto the pan. So I will show you guys now though, so yeah, just stay tuned. Okay besties, so I have my sugar here, my white sugar in this bowl, and then I also have my dough over here. So I'm just gonna be scooping it out with the spoon, and then I'm gonna roll it into a bowl and then just dip it here and onto the pan like this. Roll it into a bowl, and then just also roll it in the sugar. And then do ensure that you leave some space between your cookies. Okay besties, so we are done. Everything is now on the pan here. Can you see that? So basically the recipe makes about let me see, it makes about 18 cookies. So now what I'm gonna do is I'll just dip this spoon in the sugar as well, and then I'm just gonna flatten these balls onto the pan a bit, not a lot, just flatten them a bit before we take them into the oven. Okay, so this is how it looks. Okay, so I'm going to take it directly into the oven. So I just quickly want to wash my hands, and then I'm going to be taking it into the oven. It's going into the oven now. So the cookies are now in the oven. So ensure that you bake them at 175 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes. Just keep on checking it. After 10 minutes, just check if they are not fine. If they are not, just leave them for an additional 5 minutes. So I'll show you besties once I'm done. Wow, they are so perfect. Oh my word, oh my word, oh my word. Okay besties, so I've just checked my ginger biscuits. It's exactly 10 minutes after, so I'm just gonna leave them for an additional 2 minutes, and then I'll be taking them out. They look so amazing, yo. Okay, let's get them out. Look at that. Yo, they look amazing. They smell amazing. Like, bona, the whole house smells so delicious, guys. So I'm just gonna let them cool. So you need to let them cool on the pan, and then once they've cooled nicely, then you take them out and put them on your cooling rack. So yeah, basically I'm just gonna leave them to cool down, and man, they look good and they smell good. Okay besties, so our ginger cookies have finally cooled down from the pan, and then I removed them. I didn't even need to put them onto the cooling rack because they were already nicely cooled. So this is how they look. Yo guys, the smell is out of this world. Like yo, they smell so amazing. Like and they look good too. As you can see, they didn't burn or anything like that, and I like the fact that they are nice and big, you know. So yo guys, I do encourage you to try this recipe out at home, and if you do, please do comment on the comment section below. Just bake these maybe for Christmas if you're gonna be hosting, you know, just impress your guests. And yeah, anyway, thank you so much for tuning into my video. I hope that you enjoyed. Do remember to give the video a huge thumbs up, and also subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel. And I'll see you on my next video, besties. Bye.